about a little-known process among Americans today. That is the delegation process. Not many people understand or know exactly how that works, but it's actually citizen involvement in government politics. A Rasmussen poll showed that only 18% of Americans are actually aware of this process. And this process actually influences what your party leaders and everybody in your party, it determines how they vote, what they choose. And all these principles are elected by citizens. And first of all, there's what's called conventions. There's a precinct convention, there's a county convention, there's a state convention, and there's a national convention. I'm sure all of you have seen the Democratic National Convention or the Republican National Convention. There's actually 3 prior stages before that. And what they do at all these conventions is they try and tell what the party platform is. They have a vote, and they say this is going to be added to the platform or not. Example, this past weekend at the Lubbock County Republican Party Commission, they put in a clause about health care and how the Republican Party is going to be against health care. So as a delegate to the state convention from Lubbock, whenever I go to Dallas for the state convention, I will be voting and saying, hey, we want anti-health care put in the state platform. And then if that's approved, then it'll go to the national stage and it'll be maybe not applied to the national platform. It's a process that every citizen gets to vote on. Second, how are these people selected? How do you become involved with it? And that is, after you vote, at 7 o'clock, after the last night of elections, there's what's called precinct meetings. And at your specific voting station, you can find out where your precinct convention is. And then you go to this precinct convention, and you begin deciding, hey, what do we want to change, what do we want to leave, and you pretty much rewrite the entire platform. And then after that's established, what happens is you elect delegates to represent your precinct at the county convention. And then they'll transpose what you just said and bring it up to the county convention, and the process continues. It's a little known process, very not well known, but every citizen can become involved, can become a delegate, and actually have a say in what you want your party leaders to vote on. So actually voting is only half the process. The other half is going to these conventions and actually putting forth your values and beliefs into politics. Skeet Workman, which me and Daniel know very well, she told me that this is the greatest setup that the founders created to keep the people involved in politics. This process has actually always been around, always will be around, and it's a way to keep citizens interested and informed and keep them involved in who their leaders actually are, what they're doing. And if you can hold them accountable through that area, then you know you're being accurately represented. They can never actually take advantage of you. I also talked to Congressman Joe Barton. Some of you may be from his area. He's the national congressman for Arlington, Ennis area. And he said, this is the backbone of party politics. Voting is only one half the process. Conventions create a stance for our political parties. A very well-known congressman, if you watch the health care debate, he was actually the leader in presenting the Republican platform against the health care bill. He led the go on that, and he's a congressman right here out of Texas. Of course, most of us know that it was unsuccessful, but he tried, and he's a well-known politician up there. Another guy that I talked to that had something to say about this issue is Senator Bill Posey out of Florida. I'll be an intern for him this summer in July, and he's a really great guy. If you watch C-SPAN, he gave a speech about the health care bill for 2 minutes. He said, this process holds us accountable by making the people a part of government. And it really is true. I was completely uninformed of this issue until I came here. I never learned about it in school. I'm a political science major, and I never learned about this process, which is deeply rooted in our American history. And it really concerned me that I had never heard or seen anything about this, and I always wondered, how do the parties know what to stand on? And then Skeet Workman, I met her a few months back, and she explained this process to me and Daniel, and it was pretty incredible. And that is one way I learned to get involved, and it's one of the things I'm using to help run for state office. If you heard my last speech, you know that. And as of right now, I use this process. I was a precinct delegate, I was a county delegate, and now I'm a state delegate. And I'm a nominee to go to national convention as well, which there's only 10 people from each state that get to go to that. And every Republican politician across the country will be there. And I think it's a great experience, and I think you guys should get involved. Thanks.